Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Luke Mick here, as always, and I am in editing mode right now, so don't mind the somewhat weird setting and weird apparel, I guess. I'm just trying to get this video out and ready, and I just want to quickly comment on like the format and the reason for this video existing. I filmed a sort of random Blu-ray mail day update video, and in that video I ended up talking about Irreversible for a really long time. It's the first film off the top that I picked from the stack of new stuff that came in, and yeah, this video, it's not like academically sound, it's not like some sort of scholarly critique of the film. It's literally just like my initial thoughts and what I rambled on about after the day after watching the film. So if that sounds like something you want to watch, then feel free to watch the rest of this video, and just know that my neighbor is turning on his stupid loud lawnmower. And also, what I was really going to say you should know is that the remainder of the Blu-ray update mail day video that I filmed will be uploaded separately from this video. So that should be the next video coming out. It's just a bunch of random indicator and arrow video stuff, and a couple of other just regular Blu-ray releases. So if all that sounds great to you, then stick around for those videos and enjoy watching my initial thoughts on Irreversible. And I also would like to talk about a few of these films. And this first one right off the top, I would love to give my 2 cents on. I just watched it last night for the first time ever, and that is Irreversible by Gaspar Noé. I want to start by saying, I'll just sort of clarify how this film is told. It came out in 2002. It's from French-Argentinian filmmaker Gaspar Noé, who has really made a name for himself throughout his career. And this film is told in reverse. So basically, like, let's say there are 10 scenes in a film. Instead of telling it in the normal order of scene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on, this film starts at scene 10 and then goes to scene 9, and you get the gist. So that's what makes this film really unique, is its way of telling its story. And it's a mostly straightforward story. And my favorite thing about this film, and just something stylistically that I know that Noé does in his films, and the only other one I've seen, by the way, is Climax, and this film reminded me of that in the way it's directed and in the cinematography, and I feel like I'm being very confusing with what I'm saying, but I want to say that the camera in this film, it feels as if it's floating through space the entire time. The film starts out just sort of spinning. It almost looks like it's spinning in midair, and you're just catching all of these different moments and events happening within the frame of where the camera is pointing. And it just was such an intoxicating and dreamlike way to sort of capture and realize the events that are unfolding in this film. So I think that the directing and the cinematography, lighting, and the way that each sort of moment and scene of this film is stitched together, I think that is its strongest aspect. I really, really loved the sort of continuous feeling that this film gave. A lot of I think almost everything is done to be one shot, at least it's made to look that way. The entire film is designed a lot like Climax, to have really long takes and feel like one continuous experience. And out of the 2 Noé films I've seen, Irreversible and Climax, that's what he's done with those films. So that's my impression of Noé as a filmmaker at this point. And I just, I think that he makes films that really put you in it and are just really engaging with the way that he edits and directs his films. So I really like that about it. So this film is notorious for having a really difficult scene. Maybe a couple of difficult scenes, but one in particular. And for the first, I'm going to put this down. For the first 30 minutes, I was thinking, yeah, I really love this. This is quite the experience. Like, you're really getting an interesting perspective as to the events of this film, as to what's happening. And I thought to myself, man, I really want to recommend this to my friends and have people over and watch it so we can all experience this together, because this is a really cool film. Like, Vincent Cassel is really great. He's in rage mode and he is seeking revenge, and he's just so high-strung and intense in this movie like he is in other films I've seen him in. So I was like, I definitely have to watch this with more people and introduce them to it. But as you all probably know, about maybe 40 minutes in, I never checked the time while watching this film, there is a rape scene that is notorious. The film is basically known for that. And it was so it was bad. Like, people, I knew the reputation this film had, and I'd say that it definitely earned that reputation because I've never felt the need to turn something off, or even really thought of, like, I should turn this off, or I kind of want to skip this part while watching a film. Like, I've seen so many films, a lot of very twisted films, and this was just, it was just so long. It was like a 10-minute one take. It felt like 10 minutes. That's what it felt like to me. Like I said, I didn't check the time, but I was literally, like, while watching it, just saying, like, fuck, should I, like, skip this right now? Like, this is, like, I don't want to watch this. It made me so uncomfortable and sick, and it was just so horrible. I was, like, petrified. I was under a blanket, like, sweating, and I could not move, and I was just going, in my head, I was like, okay, do I just skip past this? Like, what do I do? But I didn't. I just kept thinking to myself, okay, it's almost over. It's got to be close to being over. But no, it was like 10 minutes long. So it was really intense, and yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to recommend the film because that really made me feel, even me, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this film ever again. Now, I want to get into something kind of spoilery real quick. And this is just something that happens at the end of the film, and if you technically think about it, it's the beginning of the story. But what they do, because, like, halfway through the film, and even in the first, like, 15 minutes of the film, it kind of feel like the climax, because technically those are the two climaxes of the film. The revenge arc and the rape scene are the two climaxes. So I was curious. I was like, what are they going to show us in the beginning of the film to, like, give us a sort of I don't know,
what's the word I'm trying to find here?
A satisfactory ending, and something at the end of the film to make us sort of gasp, or just, like, take a moment to think, okay, this really changes things. This gives me a better perspective as to why or how these characters ended up here. And there's a lot of character development, which is fine, and the film really does slow down a lot in the last half, which I didn't mind. But what they do at the end is they basically, the main character, played by Monica Bellucci, she finds out that she's pregnant that morning. She's late on her period, and she takes a pregnancy test out of curiosity, and it comes back positive. And this is the morning before she is assaulted in the film. And the way that was revealed, I don't know if Noe intended for that to be, like, the big gut punch at the end, as if to say, like, oh, wow, this really was, this makes things so much worse, knowing that she was pregnant. I don't know what exactly they were going for, but if you ask me, it doesn't change the fact that what happens to this character in the film is fucking horrible and horrifying, and I don't think that the fact that we now know that she is, like, a month pregnant changes anything at all. Like, I don't know if it was their intention for that to be, like, a sort of final climax for the film, to make myself and the audience say, oh shit, like, that was that makes things so much worse. Because if that's what they were trying to say, then I don't know, I don't really like that or agree with that. But then I don't know, like, Noe is just such a sporadic filmmaker who is just gonna do whatever he wants, it seems, that I don't know truly what his intent was. And yeah, I don't know. I am very curious to explore the special features on this new Indicator release, this new limited edition. There are a ton of special features on here, and I started watching the Irreversible Odyssey, which is a new 45-minute documentary with interviews with the cast and director and everyone. And I didn't watch the whole thing, so I didn't have time last night. But I'm curious to see if any of the special features in there talk about that part of the film and what their perspective is on it, because right now I'm thinking, okay, whether or not she's pregnant, it doesn't matter. She still suffered a horrible, horrible event, and I just don't think. I hope they didn't intend for that to be like a big twist, like, ooh, this makes things so much worse because she was pregnant, because that'd be kind of a fucked up message and a shitty message at the end. But there's a lot more to dig into with this movie. I mean, a big slogan for the film is "Time destroys everything," and there's actually a new 2020 cut of the film that is re-edited so everything is told in order on this Blu-ray, which I think is really interesting. But yeah, okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect to be. My camera says 12 minutes. I did not expect to talk about Irreversible for that long. I knew I wanted to talk about it and give my 2 cents. But I liked the film, but it also is a film that I liked the filmmaking. Do I like what they were trying to say with it? I don't really know, because I don't know exactly what their intent was, other than just, taking a rape revenge story and telling it in reverse. There's more to dig into. I just watched the film. I've had less than 24 hours to think about it, but I don't want to rewatch it, honestly. I will someday, I'm sure. Maybe sometime soon, just to see if I can get more out of it. Because I did like a lot of the things in this film. I liked the directing, cinematography. I thought it was an engaging tale, and I thought the performances were superb by everyone. But yeah, that's all I can really say about Irreversible right now. I'm gonna say it. This is probably the worst rape scene that I have seen in a film. So know that going in. There's no way you can not know about that scene before watching this film. It's just that notorious. So if you think you can handle it, then check it out. But if not, then I would say you can probably skip Irreversible. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And it also came with this. This is kind of cool. It tells, again, in reverse order, the story of like the production of the film, and like their conceptualizing of the script, and getting the cast and producers together. So I don't know if this was supposed to be inside of here and they forgot to package it and just sent it along. But I'll just keep it with the box. Next up, another one from Indicator.